Hey, Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome back if you're returning, welcome if you are new. Today is Sunday, and so, as always on a Sunday, I always ask for an immediate message for you, and we seek guidance for the coming week. We want to touch base with Spirit, see what's happening. So we have 3 amazing cards to help to guide you into the reading that's right for you, or readings. Sometimes it's more than one. And in a moment, I'm going to draw some charms and some runes as well. And then after that, I will also ask the universe to choose a pile or piles for you. So, beautiful souls, I hope that you are well. Now, this is a timeless reading. At the time of doing these readings, the world is heating up and there's a lot happening astrologically, and we're in a retrograde period as well. So the energy is kind of mind-blowing, really. However, there is a huge possibility within everything that's happening. And if you are watching this video, you've been drawn to it at a completely different time, then just trust that there is a message for you here today. Whenever we are drawn to a reading, I was drawn to one just a few days ago. It was years, it was like literally, it's been on YouTube for several years, but you know, it was perfect for me in that moment. So just trust whenever you come to the readings that they are speaking to you if it's shown up for you in this moment. So let me show you the cards, then we'll draw the charms and the runes, and then I will ask the universe. I'll put the ask the universe bit in a different timestamp below for you. So pile 1, you have the card of the mask. This is what it looks like. Pile 2, you have the underworld. That's for pile 2. And pile 3, you have the box. So those are your piles, beautiful souls. Okay, let's draw charms and runes as well. I'll put them on a little counter because then you can see them really easily. So pile 1, oh, you've got 2. You have a cross and also a really interesting anchor. It's kind of like got a circle to it. I always find that a really, really interesting shape. Okay, so that is for pile 1, and your rune, just one, is Sawello. Okay, Sawello is the rune of wholeness. Okay, pile 2. Again, 2. 2 charms again. You've got a pair of glasses and the Eiffel Tower. And your rune is the rune of protection. This is Algiz. Okay, and pile 3. 2 again. Wow. The charms are really singing today. You have got a whale's tail and a starfish. Wow. And your rune is the rune of Nathus. Nathus is the rune of constraint. Okay, gosh, messages coming in already for these piles. Right, I will say no more. I will wait until I get into the readings. Beautiful souls, I'm going to leave the video running for a few moments longer. For anyone that wants a little bit more time, you can press the pause button if you need even more time. And then I will ask the universe, and then I will see you in the readings. Beautiful souls, loads of love, and thank you so much for being here. Welcome everyone. Let's now ask the universe to find a pile for you today, or piles. Let's see what's shown to us. Piles 1 and 2 are recommended by the universe today. Beautiful souls, I'll see you in the readings in just a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. You have the mask. You also have the cross and this very interesting anchor which looks like a circle that has been broken. And Swallow is a very interesting energy because it's like your pathway to wholeness. So we've got a circle that has been broken. I wonder if something is to be joined up, or maybe I feel like I'm getting two really strong messages from this card, actually. One is that someone has been hiding behind a mask, and maybe you need to see the whole picture. But also, maybe for some of you, that your own pathway to wholeness is that you no longer have to wear a mask, that you can be you, whole and complete. You don't have to be hidden or be tiptoeing around people anymore. So these are two messages that are coming through from this card. So let's continue and see what else we're shown. Let's draw more cards for you. You have Dear Trust. Approach the situation with a light heart. Okay, that's an interesting energy. Okay, we'll go with those. We've got, you have Mahavata Babaji, Soul Expansion. Ooh, and Radha, Soul Flame. Okay, now, so this is your consciousness is expanding. You are understanding the connections between all things, and then rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. Okay, Radha Soul Flame. How interesting. Being yourself, being complete. I feel as though you can be yourself with someone. That's what I feel. Maybe, trust, approach the situation with a light heart. I feel there is something where you have been almost like a pathway you're walking down and you're treading gently, and that's okay. But I think you're treading, why are you treading gently? It's maybe in the past you haven't been able to be vulnerable with people or be your true, honest self. Perhaps, again, because people have not been upfront or honest, because people have themselves hidden some aspect of themselves from you. You then have Chiron, your healing power, empathy and ability to teach or learn remedies. Of course, Chiron is the wounded healer. Okay, I think you are in a situation, my beautiful souls, and I think it's really rather lovely. It's a situation that is genuinely taking you on a pathway to wholeness. I think it does potentially connect to another person or other people, and this genuinely is about you being able to be fully yourself and to know that you can be loved and known and visible. And I think this is letting you know that somebody is actually trustworthy. It may be that you are fearful that they're not, that they're hiding behind a mask. It may also be that you have met people who truly, honestly have just been basically dishonest, and it's left its mark, and you are now anxious as you approach a current situation. But I think your reading is suggesting to you, let me just make sure that camera is focusing for you. I think your reading is suggesting that somebody is actually trustworthy. I think that's rather lovely, and I think that might be part of your first message. I think that is really rather lovely. And the cross as well. It feels as though there's something energetically very pure, very, something being lifted. I think maybe you have felt as though you had a cross to bear. I think you have experienced some challenging situations that have left their mark. And now this is a time of healing. And I think this is beautiful. Trust, I feel that there is a situation or a circumstance or a person, a relationship, a situationship, which can now move forwards You can move forwards with trust. It's almost as though there's a really relaxing energy coming through here. I feel as though your guides and your angels are really saying to you, look, you can relax. This is going to be okay, which just feels lovely. Let's draw your tarot cards and see how the week pans out and what else we are shown. Okay, I'm actually seeing this card and this one. Very interesting. This one here, that one off the top, and this one. Okay, now I always list the cards below, beautiful souls, so if there's any that you want to check in on, and that they should be listed below. So you have the Devil. Okay, it's an interesting card. So you're putting something behind you. You have the Devil, you have the Hierophant. Now this is the tarot of opposites or oppositions. So we've kind of got the shadow and the light side coming through. You have the Queen of Wands. You have the Nine of Cups. You have the Five of Wands. You have the Three of Cups. You have the Four of Wands. And then lastly, one last card here, you have the Ten of Swords, which is the ending of something. I think it's the ending of fog, fear, obligation, guilt. Okay, this is an interesting story that's coming through here. With the Four of Wands, I'm actually almost feeling like there's a tower moment coming. The Four of Wands is a card of celebration. So is the Three of Cups. But this is showing in the shadow side up. I actually think this week there's going to be a turnaround in something. It's like we've got the high vibrational energy here of the Devil. This is you being able to be, look at this, to be seen, to be visible, to be vulnerable. Now it's interesting, what I think this is saying is that there's something this week where there is some kind of a potential to make a decision about something, to move something forwards, to kind of make a commitment. And I think that you are hesitant. I think you're fearful of it not being right. There could even be a contract to sign for some of you. Maybe you're worried with the Five, or rather the Six of Cups. In fact, it's the, or is it, oh, my apologies, look, it's the Nine of Cups. I need to put my glasses on. I'm getting quite, for me, although I think the camera is picking these up quite well, but I'm getting quite a lot of glare off the cards. There's quite a lot of, because they're quite shiny. But this is actually the Nine of Cups. I think you're fearful of being taken advantage of. I think it's like there's a contract here. I think this is actually okay, and this is what's around you at the moment. Feels quite a specific message. It's like there's a double layer of stuff going on here. I think in a very practical, real world, there is some kind of a negotiation or a contract or something that is happening. It's around you this week. And I think you are anxious, or it's almost feeling competitive. You're not quite sure. And I think you're not sure whether it will, is this person, basically, is this a contract that you can trust or not? And I think that's what your reading is here to say. Look, approach the situation with a light heart. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relational harmony and healing. It is really, really okay for you to negotiate this, to navigate it gently. This is definitely not an all or nothing situation. And I do feel there is something to be negotiated, whatever that is, situationship, relationship, whatever. Curiously enough, I think this week you will come through the sort of the fog and the confusion of not being sure whether it's okay or not. If you've never felt that you could stand up for yourself, if you've never felt that you could have a voice and it would be respected, then this would be a week. That's the sort of double layer. There's an actual situation, but beneath it, there is a lower level of a deeper level is a better way of saying it, not lower, because it's a high vibration, a deeper layer of healing taking place, because you're going to discover that you can actually negotiate something and be heard. I think the sort of the tower moment is that this is going to help you to see to know that you can do this. Now, I'm curious with the Four of Wands, which is a card of celebration in reverse. I keep being drawn to the image of the tower, that part of the growth here, it's almost like it wouldn't matter whether you go ahead with this or not. What matters is that you know that you have the right to have a voice and be seen and be heard, because it's your pathway to healing. But I do think there is an opportunity to negotiate something here, and I think it brings your fears to the surface as to whether somebody would be manipulative or greedy or, jealous of you or take more than their fair share. Let's draw a few more cards just to see let's follow through and get a flavour of where might this be going. May we kindly ask, where might this be going? A judgment. We've got the judgment card. So I think a decision needs to be made. So Judgment Day is also an awakening. Let's find out. Could we get a little bit of a flavour of where this is going? I mean, in a way, it doesn't seem to me to really matter. It's almost as though the important thing is that you get to be seen and you get to have a voice. Maybe it's your shout. You have the Page of Swords. You have the Five of Swords as well, which is a card that feels unfair. This is interesting. And the Five of Pentacles. I wonder if you do feel as though there is an unfair advantage, or there's an imbalance within the circumstance or relationship that you are negotiating. And the key here is that, and this is the healing, that you negotiate in a way that is fair for you. I think you will see clearly with this week, and be in a position to therefore make a decision that I think needs to be fair for all parties, especially for you. Here we kindly ask, can we have any guidance about Pile 1's ultimate choice or decision? You have the Sun, and you have the Queen of Swords. I can't, because this is a general reading, I sort of feel that some of you will make a decision that will be probably yes, and some of you might make a decision that's no. But it doesn't, as I said, I don't think it actually matters. It's almost as though the circumstance has arrived so that you know that you can trust your choices and that your choices will be reciprocated, supported. I think if you go ahead with this, you'll be very clear about what you want, and I think it will be very favourable with the Sun. This is a card of happiness, so I'm seeing a really positive outcome. Is anything else indicated here regarding the outcome? Oh gosh, I suspect this is actually, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. I suspect this is actually a circumstance, hence this is somebody you can trust, or a circumstance you can trust. I think this is actually a positive scenario that you can proceed with, interestingly enough. If this was like a yes-no reading, it would be yes, but it would be yes after you have negotiated. And as you negotiate, you discover that you can have a voice, that it's perfectly okay. It's a bit like if you're bartering for something and you come away with a really good deal, and afterwards you think, do you know, I'm so glad that I represented myself well and I got the deal that was right for me, rather than just saying yes to something. And yet it's like it raises your anxiety while you're navigating it, almost as if you've grown up in a world or had experiences where it just wasn't okay for you to put forward your perspective, or indeed to consider yourself. This is like bringing you and your best interests to the fore, negotiating something in a way that is really, really powerfully positive, but very fair for all parties. It's like everything needs to be out in the open, nothing hidden. And I think you make that very clear here. And it's through everything being out in the open and through the representation of what all parties need that you arrive at, I think, a very clear choice and a very clear decision. And I think it's fair to all, but above and beyond anything, it's also fair for you. And that is what I think we're seeing here. My beautiful pile ones. Keep me posted. I love to hear what's happening in your worlds. This feels very specific, really. So really, really interesting energy around you. And I feel as though you are being hugely supported in this sort of deeper layer of growth to really, it's like coming into your own and really knowing that you deserve to be supported. And in any kind of contractual arrangements, it is absolutely okay for you to be representing yourself fairly and appropriately. And I think you will literally, if there's anything that doesn't feel quite right, I think be like reading a contract and being really good at reading it, reading the details, and then coming back and saying, right, okay, we need to iron this bit out and this bit out, this is great. And then arriving at that absolute wonderful outcome. Because it looks like it's really good. It is just about that honest, direct representation of you. Pile one, I'm sending you the biggest hug, loads and loads and loads of love. Don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never, ever miss a reading. Pile two, welcome to your reading. You have the card of the underworld, and you have the rune of protection, Algiz. Now, with these glasses, I feel as though there's either something about looking through a particular lens at something, or maybe I think you need to see something through a particular lens. I think there's something you need to see that maybe is beneath the surface. The Eiffel Tower is very visible. It's tall. You can see it from miles around, but also if you go to the top of it, you can see miles. I feel as though there is something that you are needing to see. I also need to say that you are being protected. Now that's coming through really strongly with this rune here. That's really, really strongly. So let's find out, what is the message you need to hear now? Seeing this one, you have Swan. Graceful transformation, soften your heart and find your flow. Okay, so maybe you need to see something through a different lens, rise above and see something. And there's recognition here that you are being protected in some way. What are you being protected from? Well, sometimes, of course, we protect ourselves, don't we? When we look at something through a particular lens, we're doing so to protect ourselves. You have Saint Germain. Karma releasing, move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. And the Miriam, sacred vision, choose to forgive in order to heal, see the light in all, remember that love has no boundaries. I think you are needing to see through a different lens, something through a different lens. You are being protected. Are you fearful of something? Soften your heart. Have you dived into the depths? Have you got, we can all do this, can't we? We can go down that rabbit hole within our mind where we begin to look at things through a particular lens, or we look at someone or something through a lens. And really we're looking through the lens of the past or the lens of fear. And this really is, I think maybe this is about diving deep and recognizing something that you are looking at through a particular lens. Let's see what else we have here for you, my beautiful pile twos. Maybe kindly ask for an immediate message for my pile two. You have the 12th house. This is the area of your life that is overwhelming. You yield to a greater cause or power. Okay, and look again at the way we have figures here walking to the light. I mean, this is a house of dreams and fears, the deep stuff, the deep dark stuff. This is really, really interesting, the underworld. Okay, so that, if anything, I think this is something there's something about looking through a different lens, recognizing that maybe you have been drawn into seeing something or someone through in a particular way. And right now, this is a point of release. You can let go of something. Maybe even let go of a grudge or a perspective that holds you back, a limiting belief that holds you back. May we kindly get more guidance and information about this immediate message for my pile twos, and also we do need information about the week ahead. So you have the Five of Wands. Now this particular deck shows us the shadow and the light side. So you have the Five of Wands. You have the card of the Empress, but in reverse, which would suggest clinging to something. The Empress, that the lower vibrational energy of the Empress is a bit like not cutting the apron strings, not letting something go. You have the Five of Pentacles. Okay. You have the Six of Wands. Okay. So kind of an arrogance here. Okay, then you have the Two of Pentacles. Yes, something is out of balance here. You have the Moon. You have the Hierophant. Okay. Then you have the Ace of Swords, also in the shadow aspect. And the Queen of Pentacles. This is really interesting. Okay. Let's move those along a little bit. I think we can maybe put this one here. Or perhaps we can place this here. Look at the Miriam and the way they are so balanced. Perfectly balanced. I feel like something has sort of like cut you to the core a little bit, actually. I'm really sorry if that's the case. Maybe a button has been pressed, but I do feel there is. I do feel there is something here that needs to be sort of like almost emotionally released, illuminated with the Moon. Maybe there is a question of loyalty. I will be honest, my beautiful pile twos. This feels as though there is a little bit of challenging energy around. And I have to say it how I see it. I think some of the challenging energy is from within. But it will be in response to something. Like you're needing to look beneath the surface. You're needing to be able to rise above it. There's a hesitancy here. The Two of Pentacles in the shadow side. This reminds me of the Fool. And it's kind of like, again, something's upside down. It's not in balance. There's an energy of somebody feeling a bit arrogant here. And yet with the Five of Pentacles, it's like somebody is reaching out. Is there somebody who you are either feeling like I feel like maybe there's someone you want to push away. But maybe, I think there's a bit more to it. Very interesting. So with the energy of the Rune of Protection, of Algiz, the energy asks you to do the right thing. It's like walk the good red road, walk the higher path. Whatever is going on, your protection is your integrity. If there is anything going on around you where there is a lack of integrity, don't be drawn into it. If somebody was, for example, trying to get you to sort of do something that wasn't, or somebody was trying to get you to take sides with loyalty here, or, trying to get you to see somebody through a certain lens, this is saying to you, look, your protection is your integrity. Your protection is staying in that high vibration. Choose to forgive in order to heal. And if you're seeing somebody who's behaving badly, rather than buying into it, choose to kind of forgive them for the fact that they're messing up. Because there's something here about not buying into a lower vibrational energy, where somebody has maybe been a bit arrogant, or as I said, there's something about pushing someone away here. And you're being asked to, I guess in essence as well, to think about your own vibration. You don't have to lower yourself to the vibration of anyone else. And even if someone behaves badly, we each have a choice as to what we do with our own energy. I feel that there has been something here that's, I don't know whether it opened a bit of a can of worms for you, pressed some buttons. If it did, it may be that someone or a circumstance has come into your world so that karmically you can cleanse it. I feel I want to get more information, particularly about the coming week. Okay, Page of Cups. I think this is inviting you to reach out in some way, actually. Okay, at the moment, there's a blockage here with the 8. I think there's something you don't know. There's more to a situation. It's like it's not, like I said, this is not black and white. And actually, if you're able to view it through the lens of compassion, I think, let's see what else we're shown. Yeah, I think almost like either a reconciliation can happen, or you'll fight. I think there's more for you to discover here. Yeah, we have the Judgment card, which very often asks us in many ways not to judge. And it also is a card of awakening. So I suspect this week more will come to light. Yeah, that will radically change your perspective. I think a situation is going to change one way or the other. And in many ways, I think this is asking you just to hold that higher vision, hold that higher perspective. Don't be drawn into something. Don't be drawn into something that feels competitive, or just really, really step away. Don't bite. It's a very interesting energy. Something is going to change and shift towards the end of this week. Yeah, you've got the King of Cups. So we're moving from the energy of the page to the King of Cups. I think something will come to light here. There will be a potentially emotionally positive outcome. Right now, I don't think you have the bigger picture. I don't think you know everything. I think there's possibly an appearance of something. Somebody may be appearing to be a bit arrogant, or it may be that they are a bit too rigid, or that there's something here that's not, I feel like it doesn't sit well with you. And this is sort of asking you not to be drawn into those feelings of something not sitting well, and recognize that there will be, I think more will be shown to you. You will see with these glasses, as long as you conduct yourself with integrity, I think as the week proceeds, you might even find that someone gives you some information. Here with the 3 of Pentacles, with this particular 3, I always feel like they go down into the cellar. Almost like there's something that's sort of archived down there that somebody will tell you, a piece of information that can kind of wake you up to how it really is. So this feels for me as though this is a week where you are being advised. I always say this when I use that word, because no reading will ever tell you what to do. It's up to you. You have conscious free will and choice, but your guides can reach out through a reading to try to assist you. And I think what they're saying is, don't be drawn into something. Really try to hold that higher perspective. Stand in integrity. Approach the whole scenario with good grace, and trust that something will be shown to you, that there's more for you to see. And I think when something is illuminated, you will then be able to sort of, it will shift your perspective, it will shift your viewpoint on this. But there's definitely something in the shadows that you are, or something that you are not yet fully aware of. But at the same time, it can lead you, because you're not fully aware of it, it can press your buttons as well. May we kindly ask how this then emerges? Let's continue and follow through for you. Okay, you have the Knight of Swords, which is a card of action. You have the Death card. You have the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Now, this is a card of mutuality, of generosity, of equality. I think something will happen, especially with the Tower, because there's an inevitability with that energy. I think something is going to happen that will conclude the current scenario that you find yourself in. Whatever the situation is, something will come to a head. And again, be generous of spirit, because you can put something behind you. It could even be that something that has been going on, that has been hidden, and you kind of know it, you feel it. And again, it's perhaps pressed your buttons. I think something that's a little bit of a lower vibrational energy will be revealed. I suspect it will be revealed. Something will come to a head this week. With the Knight of Swords, this can very often indicate something that happens that causes you to then have to respond. But I think this situation will change because things are brought into the open. So try not to rush into anything. And also, this is a temporary situation that you're in. I don't think it's permanent. You simply need to almost like bide your time, hold your higher vibration as this emerges, and then something will be gifted or shown to you or revealed to you or shared with you or communicated with you. And you will be so glad that you held your position of compassion and of the higher ground. Because I think it will shift and very much turn in your favour here. I feel I want to just draw a couple more cards. Is there anything else to show? Oh, look, you just have the Sun. I'm not drawing any more. This is the best confirmation of the best possible outcome that you could get. Yeah, just bide your time this week. Try not to rush into anything, my beautiful pile twos. This will unfold. It will emerge. What is needed will come to the surface. Simply hold your position of high integrity. Don't be drawn into anything. And my goodness me, yeah, even if you feel caught between two people, just don't be drawn in. Just sit tight. Let the universe bring this to a head. And let the universe enable something to take place so that everything becomes visible, and you will know with great clarity what you wish to do from this. But I think you come out very much on top of this as things emerge, so you don't want to be rushing in too quick. Wow, these readings are so detailed this week. Really, really detailed. My beautiful pile twos. If you want to make sure that you never ever miss a reading, I upload readings every Tuesday, every Friday, well, big readings, Tuesdays and Fridays and Sundays, and lots of little readings in between. Do subscribe and press the little bell icon. And beautiful souls, I'm sending you all the love in the world. Pile 3, welcome to your reading, beautiful souls. Let's find out what your guides, your angels, your spirit team want you to know about right now. And we'll look at the week ahead as well. I feel like with the box and Nathis, the rune of constraint, I feel like they're asking you to think outside of the box. That's what's coming through at the moment. It's almost like you're needing to free yourself from something, like this beautiful whale's tail. I'm really seeing, when you look at those incredible videos where whales, dive up and go down, and the tail comes up as they go in. And there's a lot of watery energy here as well. So water needs to flow. Got the starfish as well. Water needs to flow, and yet somehow something feels constrained. Let's draw more cards. What is this about for my pile threes? There is your card. Horse. Wow. Free spirit. I love it when this happens. Give yourself the space and freedom to express your creativity. Think outside the box. Don't hold yourself back, my beautiful souls. There's something you should be going for. This is, all about empowerment as well. Horses are about personal power. Think outside the box, be creative, do what there's something for you to do. And my goodness me, I feel like they're really, really rooting for you. Don't hold yourself back. Well, it's like, why would you hold yourself back? You have faith, humanity and benevolence. Stay calm, trust in the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. And you have Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. This is all about trust. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. I think something can literally move forwards here. I'm not sure what this is, but something that has been feeling either stifling or stuck, or something that's been holding you back. There could be just something within you where you feel held back. I think something out of the box is going to happen. Let a miracle occur. Just surrender, trust. Archangel Michael is really walking with you. I may even go and get some Archangel Michael cards and draw some extra cards for you, pile 3. In fact, I think I will almost certainly do that. We'll draw from the decks that we have here. But yeah, I just feel Archangel Michael is so strongly walking with you. So in a moment, I'll press the pause button and go and get an Archangel Michael deck. You have the second house, your assets, finances, and the things that you value. Then you have Cancer. All that watery energy. The energy is emotional, sensitive, caring and loving. It may concern family, a mother or a child. Okay, let's put this here. And I'm literally going to press the pause button and go and get some Archangel Michael cards. Literally, they are just outside of my little recording space. I am back and I have Archangel Michael Sword of Light cards. Okay, 2 coming through for you straight away. Increase your knowledge. And angels of healing are with you. Archangel Raphael is with you as well, really supporting you to heal. Increase your knowledge. Take a course, pick up a book, find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. Okay. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others. I think that the message that's coming through for you initially, my beautiful, actually, let me move, I'm moving everything around. Maybe that's kind of important or indicative of the energy here, because I think we can put these up here, maybe squeeze everything in at the top. Yeah, we can do that. I think a situation can change. There's something in your situation or circumstances that can genuinely shift and change. I think you are feeling either constrained or restricted or stuck in something. And actually, this is really, really empowering. It's like the archangels are working with you. Have faith. Just reach out and ask your angels, because they can't help us unless we ask. We have to ask our angels for assistance. And it may be that you are feeling just a little exhausted, a little trapped. But you can move, you can change. This is literally like you can change things. You can empower yourself. You can do this. You may not be feeling like it. You may be feeling as though you don't have enough money or enough time or enough energy, but you can do this. And you may be feeling quite emotional, as if, because that's how we feel, I think. If we feel restricted or stuck or tied down, it's got a very big emotional content. But I feel as though, particularly your angels, there's a lot of angelic energy, and Archangel Michael in particular is walking with you. Your situation can shift. I think there's a feeling of, will it ever change? That kind of energy. Yes, it will and it can. I think there will be an opportunity for you to do something. And this might be about thinking outside of the box. There may even be an opportunity, but you're thinking, I really want to do that course, but I can't afford it. There'll be a way of doing this. I think there's going to be an opportunity for you to dive into something and immerse yourself in a pathway that heals you. It helps to move your world forwards. But for some reason, you are feeling, I think, quite held back. And so everything here, and my goodness me, Archangel Michael is seriously rooting for you. Everything here is saying, look, your situation can change, and there will be, I think, an opportunity for you to be able to be an active participant in creating that change, but also you are so being supported by the angels in doing this. So let's think outside of the box. Can we get more information? I mean, these are your first sort of messages, but can we get more information about the week ahead, or how this might pan out, or what my pile threes can do about this to be an active participant? Because if you're feeling stuck or blocked, you may be thinking, I don't know what to do about this. I don't know how to change it. Okay, so you have the Seven of Swords. Okay, which is a card that says something has yet, there's more to this. There's something that is yet, hasn't yet been seen. You have the Knight of Wands, and it's in the lower vibrational energy, so in the shadow energy. So this is something that feels like it isn't moving forwards, because this is quite a fast energy. You have the Nine of Wands. Again, I think with the Nine of Wands, you're seeing that there's a sense of feeling quite, gosh, either flattened or as if the world hasn't given you what you needed. There's quite an interesting energy around you. But look at this. You have the Three of Wands. This is the turning point. They're showing us that this week there will be a turning point. And then we have the Strength in the upright position. Okay, I think something this week will shift. The question is what and how. But this is the energy that I'm seeing. Something will shift this week for you. Perhaps it's this opportunity to either to increase your knowledge, something will be brought to the surface that will change things, an out-of-the-box solution arrives. But I think something is shifting. There's a turning point. I think right now there's this feeling of not being quite sure either how to move forwards, or you don't have enough resources or enough time or enough energy or enough support. If you're feeling poorly, you're wondering how you're going to achieve something. That's the kind of flavour. Okay, so I think something this week will shift and change. How does this turning point happen? We have the card of Justice, and you have the Two of Cups. I think someone will help you. I think somebody will arrive to assist you. This is a new, like some new connection. If it's an existing connection, it's somebody who, perhaps almost comes along and you didn't expect it. You didn't see it coming. You see a new side of someone. But for many of you, this is new. Someone comes along to help you. Wow. And doesn't this bring a turnaround? You've got the Four of Wands. And the Ten of Cups. Oh my goodness me. I think someone comes along and it really shifts your energy. It lifts you. It's like a problem aired is a problem. No, a problem shared is a problem aired, or something like that. It lifts the energy. But this is quite specific. This is someone who comes along to help you, to really support you. If you were feeling, if your nemesis was like, I don't know, finding a relationship and you've been feeling stuck and on your own, and really, then maybe somebody quite unexpectedly comes along. And maybe you meet them in a place of learning. Or maybe somebody gives you some support or some money that you need, or offers you an opportunity that you can take. But you can move something forwards here. And I think the turning point is this week. That's what we seem to be being shown. Yeah, you've got the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and then the King of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah, so I think suddenly something shifts this week. Resources come to you. For some of you, I don't know how the resources come to you, whether it's resources, whether it's energy, whether it's someone who supports you. But it enables you to make a commitment to something that it frees you from this space of feeling like you can't do something, or you're stuck, or you can't move something forwards. This is an opportunity, and I do feel it comes in the form of someone or a circumstance that shifts, but you get whatever it is that's holding you back: time, money, energy, support. That's the thing that then comes in: time, money, energy, or support. And this shifts shifts everything forwards. You're not stuck anymore because you don't have to be. It could be a solution, like something you suddenly think, wow, I could do it that way. Or someone supports you. It feels very like resources come to you in some way, whether that is, a person. Your energy is liberated. If you felt you were stuck in a situation, someone joins forces with you. I kind of mentioned romance earlier. I mean, this isn't necessarily a relationship reading, but if you were feeling very stuck and despondent about being single, this would be meeting somebody. And so your energy lifts. You can see yourself moving forwards. But I do think for many of you, this is literally some sort of resource. Time, money, that kind of stuff. Wow. It looks like this shift is coming, so really hold out for it, my beautiful pile threes. You'll be able to immerse yourself in the way forwards. For many of you, there is a learning opportunity or something you want to grasp and move forwards, and you feel like you're stuck and you can't. So, do check that out. If for any of you, this is something like a tarot course and you're thinking, I'm slightly digressing, but if you were thinking, I really wanted to do Jenny's tarot course, for example, I would say we are having a new website built, so hold fire for a short while, because when the new website goes live, I will be offering the course at a reduced rate. So do check that out in celebration of the new website. It's a huge piece of work, but I'm almost wondering, in light of this, in case that is there for any of you, whether to just open the doors just for a couple of weeks, whether to do that. Do you know, I think I might. There's something in your reading that's making me feel like I want to do things that are out of the box. Like, I had all the cards here, but for you, Archangel Michael was so strong, so we got an extra deck. Do you know something, pile three? I think I'll do that. I'll bear in mind you'll be moving on to the old, if you do decide to sign up, you'll be moving into onto the old website, and then you'll move to the new one, because I was kind of keeping everything pretty much as it was until we moved. But, if you wanted to get started, and this was a real calling for you, you could. I'll do that for a couple of weeks. From the day of posting this reading today on Sunday, for a couple of weeks, I'll upload my course, and the course details, and I'll put it out there at a half price deal, and you can pay in installments. You can pay in 6 monthly installments as well. I'm just going to do it. I'm being spontaneous. I feel like that's the energy. Something's going to come along and give you this flavour of spontaneity, of, I can do this. I don't have to be held back. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm just sitting in your energy, to be honest. But I'm going to follow through with it in case that was relevant to any of you. So my beautiful pile threes, I'm just sending you the biggest hug ever and all the love in the world. And I don't know what else to say, except I think this is really, really, really going to be a massive shift for you, whatever this is and wherever it applies in your life. And it looks as though it's the turning point is coming at some point during the week ahead. And I am thrilled for you. Beautiful souls. I'll put the details of my course below in case that appeals to any of you. Loads and loads and loads of love. Don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never ever miss a reading. And I am sending you all the love in the world. Loads of love.